Mauricio Martinez. I graduated from Texas State in May of 2022, and now I am an English teacher and a head volleyball coach and baseball coach at Lockhart High School in Lockhart, Texas.
And what was your transition like from being a senior in college to figuring out what you're doing after?
I would say it was kind of easier compared to most people. I think because my last year I was like student teaching, so I was like kind of like a teacher, but just not getting paid like a teacher because we had to it was part of like our curriculum in our class, so we had to gain like a certain amount of student hours or student teaching hours. So I was like placed at a high school and an elementary, so like we were doing I was basically like a substitute teacher and like helping out and stuff. So like I got like the feel of like what like my job is now back then when I was a senior. So I guess it was like kind of an easy transition, but obviously like there's different types of like responsibilities when you actually get hired by a school district that are, that you don't have to take on while you're like still in school. So I would say it was fairly easy, but I mean, there was some sort of differences.
What was your biggest challenge either in college or the transition or currently, or all three?
My biggest challenge, I would say, was trying to figure out what that next step was for me. When you are at the end of your, I guess, journey in college, the biggest question is what's next, and nobody's gonna have the answer while you're still in school. Gratefully, I was like a part of the student teaching process and like opened a lot of doors here and there. But there was still a question of, was I going to stick around where I lived for 4 years consecutively, which was here in San Marcos, or was I going to go back home, or was I going to go to Dallas or San Antonio or like any of the surrounding areas? So my biggest challenge throughout all of it was deciding what was next for me. But with your mentors and people you talk to and stuff, that becomes like an easy answer. You just have to weigh out the options and don't let it take too much of a toll on you, because whatever happens is going to happen, and you can't control it.
And what is some advice you'd give to current college seniors about to graduate, trying to figure out what they're doing next?
Enjoy it. Don't stress about it. I went through the same process, and I was stressing about what was going to happen, and I took for granted some opportunities that I had, whether it was hanging out with friends or whether it's going out on a trip or, just things like that. And, I was too focused on my career and my future. But, like I said, whatever's going to happen, it's in store for you already. It's just, you don't know it at the moment, but it's going to happen, and you're going to go and face it head on or whatever the case may be. But I think you should enjoy your last few moments in college, because now I'm 24. I wish I was still 21, 20, whatever, back in college, and hanging out with my friends and stuff. But now we're all in the same boat in adulthood. So you do miss those memories and moments, and you can't get those back. Your job's gonna be there. A job is gonna be there, but the memories you make with your friends and the stuff you do in college isn't gonna always be there, but a memory. So I would think enjoying those last few moments is very, very, very important, because you're not gonna get that time back. But still stay on course and head on with whatever you have, and set in store for you, your goals and stuff. Don't give up on those, and still do what you have to do to attain those.